Isaiah 32 and 2. And a man shall be as a hidden place from the wind, and a convert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who roll well. Greetings and salutations to the Yak and the Aquab that are listening and learning. We're not members of Great Millstone, but we definitely subscribe to their teaching and leadership. You want to read that for me again, huh? Go ahead, huh?
Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as an hidden place from the wind.
A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, okay? And that wind is talking about the destruction that's getting ready to take place on this earth, okay? So a lot of you women that are out here running around with your chest poked out and your no heads up in the air, you know, thinking that you're independent, you know, that you're going to get through this thing just fine, you know, with the other white meat, that other God you're calling upon. If you don't come to a man of the Lord, you know, you're going to have problems, man. If you don't find a man of the Lord in these days that we're coming into, your ass is pretty much going to get taken, man. All right? We're not just talking about taking in a sense that some strange man's going to come get you. All kind of hell is going to come to you, man. So you women need to find your ways back. You need to come up out of Egypt, man, and out of these damn churches and start studying and trying to find out what's really going on out here, because you're getting ready to catch hell. Go ahead, Art.
And the covert,
Yep.
and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
And this is that weary land, man. And it's getting ready to be a lot wearier. All right? You want to jump down to 9 for me?
Isaiah 32 and 9.
You can read the 13.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease. What did I just say? You know, you women got to come up out of Egypt, man. Revelations talks about this place being spiritual, Sodom and Egypt, also known as Assyria and the daughter of Babylon. All right? Go ahead.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Hear my voice. You talk about Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai's voice. These words, man. These words that are a warning to you women and to you men. Okay, but we're talking to you women today. You know, the Most High saying, hear his voice. Go ahead.
Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall be trouble. Ye careless women.
Many days and years you shall be in trouble, you careless women. Because that's what's getting ready to take place, man. You know? You got so many things that are happening all over this earth, and these people still aren't taking heed to it, man. Especially you women. I mean, y'all are still on videos twerking and shit. You know? Brother from North Carolina said, you motherfucker, you women are still in the club, man, sweating your asses off. One eye coming out the club with one eyelash missing. All sweated the hell up. Your weave all fucked up. You know? You women are still doing the same simple shit, man, with all of the things that you can see right in front of your face. You see the men of the Lord on the street telling you that death is coming, and you're still doing the same wicked shit. Go ahead, Art.
For the vintage shall fail.
The vintage is talking about the food. Okay? That vintage, man. You know? This food, these shutdowns are going to get way worse on the second go around. Okay? A lot of you people ain't ready for this shit. You're not going to have nothing to eat. And you're going to be giving that funky ass box up to get a handful of fucking rice here soon. You know? The vintage is failing, man. A lot of jobs are shutting down. There's the meat prices are going crazy. You know, this brother Dills is a manager in the food industry, man. And he buys that shit for his company, and he fucking knows. You see? This thing is getting ready to go down, and you women, man, you careless ass women are going to continue to do the same things, man. And when this vintage fails, you're going to be doing some real wicked shit, or you're going to get taken, man. Go ahead.
The gathering shall not come. Terrible, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you, and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Sackcloth, but you're supposed to be in mourning right now. That sackcloth, you're supposed to put the sackcloth on and be in mourning, man. Not in fucking, I'm looking for that word, the folly. You're not supposed to be involved in the folly right now, man. You know? This ain't the time for that. This ain't the time for fun and games. You see? You're supposed to have the sackcloth on because this is a time of mourning. Okay? Because a lot of death is coming. Go ahead,
Isaiah 32 and verse 12. They shall lament for the test. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
You women are gonna cry, man, for these things. When all this comfort is taken off of this earth, and you can see it happening right now, you're gonna lament, man. You're gonna cry your eyes out for the simplest goddamn thing. You know? You're gonna cry because you gotta go in the kitchen and cook a goddamn hamburger if you got meat. You know? You're not gonna have the comfort of going to a restaurant to get a coffee, to get breakfast. You know? You're gonna have to start making things happen in your house that you aren't used to making happen. You understand what I'm saying? Listen. Yeah. Well, Salakia. You know? But that's what's coming, man. You're gonna lament for these things. You see? Cry your eyes out, man, for the simplest of pleasures. And they're not gonna fucking be there. Go ahead,
Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city.
That's it. That's it. Get Proverbs 31. Start at 1. Read to 6.
Proverbs 31, verse 1. Oh, you said start at 6? Oh,
No,
read to
just
6.
yeah, 31 and 1, and then read to 6. Yeah.
Time. Proverbs 31, verse 1. The words of King Lemuel.
Lemuel. I can't pronounce it either.
Okay.
So fuck it.
The words of
we should be learning how to pronounce it, but yeah, go ahead. Lemuel, that's fine.
Okay. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son? And what the son of my womb? And what the son of my bowels? Give not thy strength unto women.
So this is a woman. This is another woman that understands what a man's role is in the household, what a man's role is in this world, and she's telling her son not to give his strength to a woman.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that's not order, man. You know, the scriptures say that a woman shall surpass a man, and they have.
Yeah.
You know, financially, education-wise, you see. But this woman is being wise and telling her son not to give his strength to a woman, man. Because a woman doesn't know how to run she doesn't know how to run a goddamn household, man.
Nah, she don't know how to rule.
Right, she can't protect the household.
That's why you got these kids growing up like monsters today.
Yeah,
because the daddy's not in the household.
Yep.
Showing you they're not fit to rule.
That's right.
Hey, these women, man, ooh.
They've got these men running around acting all feminine and shit. Mm-hmm. All sensitive. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why there's a lot of shootings, man. Because these grown-ass men, I watch First 48 every once in a while, you know, and these young-ass dudes, man, they be like 6'5", 6'6", 205, 210 fucking pounds. They ain't no little kids. 18, 19 years old. What the fuck you doing shooting somebody as big as you are? You know? That's some feminine ass shit, man. Now, goddamn it, I can't, you know, we definitely, if a nigga, somebody comes to my home, I'm going to light their ass up. I'm allowed to do that. But I'm well within my rights. And the scriptures tell me I'm allowed to protect myself. Okay? But if I got to put my hands up out here on the streets, man, I'm not going to pull no gun out unless they have one or a knife or they're trying to stab me or whatever. You know? If I get beat the hell up, I'm not going to pull my shit out and shoot some damn body. I just took a L. That's it. It happens. But these men out here, they're getting ready, and I'm getting off point, but we're going to get back to it. Now, these men out here, man, they're feminine as hell, but we're going to continue reading the story. Go ahead, Art.
Give not thy strength unto a woman. Hey, once you do that, man, it's checkmate, man. It's
That's
like
it.
they lose interest in you.
Yep.
A woman would lose interest in a man.
That's right,
You
Art.
don't give her all that power, man.
No respect. You get no respect from a woman if she running your ass. Go ahead.
Give not thy strength unto a woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
That's right. You're not supposed to give yourself to the way that destroys kings. And that's following these simple ass philosophies of this world, man, that we're in. Okay? Being up in the Christian church, that's another feminine ass thing. You know? You see? You know? Joining these parent-teacher things. Man, you men ain't supposed to be involved in that. You men ain't supposed. Now, I'm not saying don't spend time with your children, you know, because you're supposed to spend time with your daughters, your sons. If you're a single father, I got much respect for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, but a woman is supposed to do those things, man. You know? But like I said, I got much respect for single fathers out there and shit. Go ahead, Art.
Proverbs 31, verse 4. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, Lemuel. Lemuel. Wow. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink.
It's not. There is no commandment, okay, or law that says that you can't drink, but you're supposed to do it with wisdom. You know, basically. Moderately. Yes. Thank you, brother. You know, you're not supposed to get all lit where you don't know how you got home. You know, you don't know who you was laying with the night before. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the apostles, Ramar and Tahar, you know, they always bring up that back in about 4 years ago. I remember 4 or 5 years ago, I used to hear them say this all the time. You brothers better stop getting all drunk the hell up, being up in them clubs, man. You're going to end up at home with some fucking man.
Woo!
You know? You thought she was a fine ass shorty when you was in the club, all drunk up, but then when you got home, you got to their house, you found out it wasn't a fucking woman.
Woo!
You know? Because that happens to a lot of brothers, man. You be out there in them clubs, man, because these surgeons, boy, they good as hell with them body transformations now. You see? So you got to be real careful, man. Shit. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Least they drink and forget the law.
You see, you forget the law. You forget about everything when you got a couple good stiff drinks in you. You know, for the most part. That's why the brother just said, do it moderately. Go ahead, Art.
And pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Let me read that over.
Go ahead, Art.
Lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Give strong drink to him that is ready to perish. Hello, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing all right. It's a little cold, but we got to do what we got to do.
That's right. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Yep, take it easy. So give strong drink to him that is ready to perish. You see? Because just like it said, when you start getting all drunked up all the time, you forget about the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You start doing other things, man. You see? You start giving your strength unto women. You know? Go ahead, Al.
And wine unto those that be of heavy hearts.
Go to verse 30 for me.
Proverbs 31, verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
And beauty is vain. So all these women running around here, and all I'm gonna say is a lot of these women, man, they doing that catfishing thing, man. You know, they'll put a pound of makeup on, you know, $300 worth of weave. You see? They got that new purse from Dolce and Gabbana. You know, and you see them in the club, and they fine as hell, yeah. But as soon as you wake up on Saturday fucking afternoon, and you realize that that wasn't the person you went to bed with after you had all those stiff drinks. You see?
Proverbs 31, verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth Yahweh, she shall be praised.
But a woman that feareth Yahweh, you know, she shall be praised.
That's right.
You know? And I deal with a woman, my woman, she, you know, she understands what I'm doing. This brother's wife understands what he's doing. You know? I rarely, in my lifetime, like being with a woman that used to pile on makeup, man.
Yeah.
You know? I like my women natural, man. As natural as I can possibly get them.
That's right.
You know? Because when you have them that way and they understand your ways, you know, the Most High may save them, man, out of this peril that's coming. You know? What's up, Art?
Demons.
Yes, sir. Mad demons. You got any more on that,
Yeah. Proverbs 31, verse 31, which is the last verse. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own work praise her in the gates.
Let her own work praise her at the gate. So these women out here that are trying to be a part of this thing, that are reading the scripture, okay? That are doing, following a man of the Lord. Whether they study or not, if they're not getting in the way of his work, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is gonna favor her, man.
That's right.
You see? But you women out here that talk shit about us, you know, that are out here still doing what you're doing, seeing everything that you're seeing, the Most High is going to probably destroy your ass, man. You know? Because at the end, a lot of you women are going to come running to men like us, and we're not going to want to deal with you. Me myself, fuck that. I'm waiting till I get to the kingdom, man. 7 women shall take hold of one man, that's fine. You know, there's brothers out here that are going to want that, but I'm going to wait till I get to the kingdom because a lot of y'all ain't worth shit. I'm sorry, you know? Can you get Isaiah 3 and 12, and then jump to 16 to 26? You know, and I'm sorry to say that, man, but you know, it's like I look at personality, you know what I mean? And I look at all the things, man, as far as how a woman carries herself, man, and I don't see too many women that I'm impressed with out here these days. Even though I was a single man, you know, it would be real fucking hard for me to get into a relationship these days. I mean, it would almost be impossible, you know? Especially with the work that I'm doing and what I know right now. If I was still in the world, maybe. You know, I was still feeling that way then, but now I think it would almost be impossible. Go ahead,
Isaiah 3.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 3, verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him.
Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill unto him. That's you men out there.
For
Okay. Go ahead.
For the reward of his hand shall be given him. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Children are their oppressors. These Edomites are the children. Okay? Because Esau came late in the game, man. You know, even though he had the spirit of the serpent in the garden, okay, and his forefather came, that seed line was wiped out. Okay? That wicked seed came later, man. We had already been here. The children of Israel, known as the Adamites. We were already on the earth. When Esau came around, that's the children it's talking about. Okay? They rule over the Lord's people right now. And women are their oppressors. Because our women, man, they just don't give a damn about their men. Okay? The Israelite woman can care fucking less about a so-called black or Latino man. You understand? Okay? And that's oppressive to their people. You see? They oppress their own goddamn people, man, by the things that they do. You know? Got some man there, and I was just sitting with my wife this morning after breakfast talking about one of her relatives' sons. Man don't got a fucking job, hasn't had one since he stopped going to school, okay? And lived in a house with a woman that was working 2 fucking jobs. It's like, how do you how do you do that, man?
How can you just look at her face?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't feel complete.
Bruh, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yo. You know? And this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. And the women, and this woman is allowing it. You know? Where she should be putting her foot in his ass, telling him to go get a job, man. Or go find somewhere else to live. Because he shouldn't be allowed to live like that. I don't give a damn who he is. He ain't injured. He ain't disabled. You know? A man shouldn't be living like that. And our women are oppressive as fuck because they allow this, man. You know? Instead of pushing a man to reach a limit, you know, and even though the Most High puts people in certain situations, the Most High gives people the things that they're going to get, you know? But they have to come to the understanding that the Most High is going to provide for them if they go ask for it. But a lot of them don't do it, you see? They're not going to ask the Most High to go help them get a damn job. You see? They're going to stay sitting around in the goddamn house and not doing shit. Go ahead, Art.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They which lead thee, these Edomites, these women, they cause our men to err, man. That's why when you come back to this truth, man, you start finding out what you need to do for yourself and for your family. You see? The truth shall set you free, Salakia. The truth shall set you free, and that's what happens, man. Even though we're still in a captivity, you know what I mean? We're spiritually free from this place, man. You see? Because we know what's getting ready to happen, and we know what's coming. Go ahead, Art.
And destroy the way of thy paths.
And destroy the way of thy path. You good?
Yeah, my man was, used to work with me.
Oh,
Just got
okay.
fired about a week ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was looking over and just, showing my face out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want me to jump down to 26? 21?
16. Go to 16 and then read the 26.
Oh, good, brother. That was on my part. I was just looking because he's looking at me like.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I already know.
Warm up a little something.
Yeah, I gotta put it on. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. Motherfucking
Cover the
ears
ears up.
cold as shit.
Isaiah 3, verse 16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and they walk with stretched forth necks.
They're haughty and walk with stretched forth necks. And who does that? The so-called black woman and the Latino woman. Okay? They walk in great pride, man. You know, like nothing is going to ever touch them.
Yeah.
You see? You know? Because they got so used to all the power that Esau gave to them. That's what that is, man. And that's the same thing that happened with Eve, man, in the garden. You know, that serpent gave Eve, you know, that authority over the man, basically. You know? And now look, we all die because of that,
Yep,
man.
through her, we all die.
There you go.
Yep.
You see?
Morning.
Good morning, sis.
Yep.
You know? So Eve in the garden transgressed. All right, brother. Eve transgressed in the garden, and to this day, you know, the women of the children of Israel are still in transgression because they've been given power by what? The serpent, the devil, that old serpent, the devil, man. Okay? The nation of Edom. Through feminism, okay? Me Too. You know? You have all these things, man, that empower the so-called black and Latino woman, and then they throw their goddamn men to the curb. Like they don't need them anymore. But then there's days that are coming, and we're getting into those days right now where these women are going to find out they damn sure need a man. Okay? Go ahead, Al.
Moreover, Yahweh says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. That's some high heels.
Yeah.
Shaking and stank box.
Stinking ass booty. Uh-huh.
Verse 17. Therefore, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai will smite with a scab. Yeah, all right.
There it is.
Will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Now, who are the daughters of Zion? Those so-called black and Latino women.
Yep.
What happened to the so-called black women's hair, man? You know? And I mean, it's evident who these people are. The curses fit them perfectly.
Yep.
They lose their hair. They gotta put weaves in and shit. You know? Which makes them lose more hair. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Doc. We're gonna get some more.
And Yahweh will discover their secret parts. In the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their claws, and their round tires like the moon.
Go ahead, Doc.
The chains and the bracelet and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings.
So when all hell breaks loose, basically, okay, the Most High, he's already put them in a bad position. You know, they got that scab, the loss of hair. The Latino woman should have hair down to their damn ankles. Okay, the so-called black woman, all right, the children, the women of Judah, Benjamin and Levi should have hair down past their ass. Okay, that's how these women should look. They should be fit. They shouldn't be all fucked up and fat. You know, these women should be in good shape, man. They should look like they go to the gym and they don't have to. You see? But the Most High put them in that position, you know, and what's going to happen is, when all hell breaks loose out here, and matter of fact, it don't even have to be all hell breaking loose. When this shit shuts down again, and it shuts down heavy, what's going to happen, a lot of these women ain't going to be able to get their nails done. They're not going to be able to get their weaves done, okay? They're not going to be able to get their twists tightened. You see? They're going to lose income, so they're going to have to sell a lot of their jewelry, you know? And like I said, a lot of them are going to have to sell that funky-ass box. And when it gets to a certain point, a lot of these women that use makeup and weaves and jewelry and all of these nice things, when they don't have all of that stuff, they're going to look like shit, man. I mean, they're going to look like total hell, man. You know?
And it's going to come a time where they're going to want to look like hell.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a time when you're going to want to look like hell.
You know?
You know?
You know? Right now, they're showing their secret parts, like the scripture says. exposing their titties and
Yeah.
their ass and whatnot.
Yeah.
But hey, it's gonna be a time when you ain't gonna want to show that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna want to walk around here with your cleavage showing, having your ass out. You know, the Most High is discovering your secret parts, because all the fucking women do is put themselves on YouTube and Twitter, and I can't even remember a lot of these things. I don't deal with a lot of them other sites, you know. But you know, you women, man, you're gonna find out that you're gonna have to shut your shit down, man. You don't want to be appealing in these last days. You know? You're not going to want to. I'm just telling you. Go ahead.
Isaiah 3, verse 21. The rings and nose jewels.
That's all right.
Isaiah 3, verse 21. The rings and nose jewels. The changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils.
You see all of these things that you women are used to having? A lot of this stuff's going to disappear soon. Okay? You're going to have leaves and motherfucking and stones for fucking covers and pillows. Go ahead,
And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there, shall be stank.
Shall be stank. You know? Because a lot of you women, man, when this thing goes down, what's going to happen is you ain't going to better keep yourself clean. You might be running around during your period, man, with the same pair of pants on.
Woo!
You know? Smelling like hell. All fucking pack of dogs following you. Because they smell that blood. You know? That's what's getting ready to happen to a lot of you women, man. Shit. Yo, hey, look, you know, we're just the mouthpiece of the Most High. We're reading the scriptures, okay? A lot of things that are getting ready to take place, we don't have nothing to do with that. We're just the mouthpiece for the Most High. You know, if you upset that we telling you women and what's getting ready to happen to you, then you need to go and you need to say something to the Most High. Then he's going to answer you. Go ahead,
Be stank. And instead of girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair baldness,
See?
and instead of a stomacher,
Yeah, that's that.
a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
And burning instead of beauty. You're going to look like hell. Go ahead.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
And a lot of you women, your man that's living in your house right now, if he ain't dealing with the Most High, or if he ain't trained, militarily trained, and shit, he might fucking get killed anyway. But I'm saying, if you don't got a man of the Most High, man, you're probably going to be a widow, you know, running around out here all fucked up, because that's what's getting ready to happen. When this economy collapses, and it will, you see? When there's no food in these grocery stores, that's coming. You know, when men start kicking in doors and killing other people, that's going to happen. You know, for their food. You see? You women, man, you're going to find out, man, that you should have came to the men of the Lord and start dealing with them. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground.
See? You ain't gonna know what the hell to do with yourself, man, when these things start to take place. Okay? You got more on that? Was that 26?
Time.
All right, get Isaiah 4 and 1.
Isaiah 4, verse 1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, and wear our own apparel.
In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, and they said they're gonna make their own bread, they're gonna buy their own food, they're gonna get their own clothes. We ain't gotta do shit. We just gotta be there for protection. That's why I says, man, a man is gonna be a protection from the wind. You know, that was the first scripture we read. You see? Because these are the things that are getting ready to take place. All hell's going to break loose, and they're going to need a man of the Lord, or they're going to need, they're going to need somebody there to protect them. How you doing? You see? Go ahead,
And wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach.
Take away our reproach. See, a lot of these women are going to understand that they fucked up. Okay? And they're going to need somebody for protection because they know that they can't do it themselves, man. You see? Take away our reproach. Don't let us get destroyed, man. And really, it's only going to be the men of the Lord that are going to be able to do that for you. But some of us are going to be taken and put to death too, for this truth. Lord willing, we're not those men, but if it comes down to it, you know what I mean? We have to accept that. You see? Got any more?
That's it.
Sirach 26. Ecclesiasticus 26. And you can start at 9 to 12. And what's
Ecclesiasticus 6 and 20.
no, it's Ecclesiasticus 26, 9. And read to 12, and then we're going to jump to 25.
Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughters be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
You children, man, you young ladies, these older women are supposed to keep you women, younger women, living a certain way. They're not supposed to allow you to run the streets. They're supposed to explain to you that you're not supposed to be out running the streets and shit. But a lot of our young ladies, man, that's all they do all goddamn week. Every weekend, they're running the goddamn streets, in the bars, twerking, up in some goddamn basement, you know what I mean? At a house party, getting shot the hell all up, some of them, out here rapping like they're a goddamn man, They ain't supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. They're getting to they're giving too much liberty, man. They're not supposed to be out here doing all the things that they're doing, man. They're supposed to be learning about how to be a damn woman, okay, and how to keep a home. Not usurping authority over a man. They're supposed to be taught these things by the older women, but these older women, they fucking worse than the young ones. Some of them. See daughters or mothers on videos dancing with their daughters, twerking and shit. Like that's the thing to do. But they're gonna find out soon that's not the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead,
Verse 11. Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler.
She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. Go ahead.
When he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her.
That means some of you women, you'll run around out here, and every time you in a club or a bar, you want to take some man out in the fucking parking lot and suck his damn wiener. Okay? You want to puff on his ride. Because you got liberty to be a hoe. You're not being taught how to be a woman. You're being taught how to be a damn slut. So opening your mouth, to get the... Read that again now.
When he had found a fountain, I start back at 12. Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. When he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow.
Open her quiver against every arrow. So she's going to sit down. She's going to find a traveler. She's going to find a man, okay? And she's going to find a hedge to take the man to, a little alleyway, you know what I mean? Abandoned car, her car, back of the parking lot at the club, and open her quiver. Open her cock her legs open, man. Okay? Open a little snake ass box, you know, to every arrow, which is a rod, man. A man's rod. So this is what our women do, man. You know? And the aged woman is supposed to teach these young ladies not to be doing this shit all the time. You're supposed to find you a husband. You know?
That's why.
Go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
That's why these women are half crazy now.
Yep.
Because they're taking on this arrow, that rod, and this rod, and every time, you know, a man releases in a woman, she's taking on different spirits.
That spirit, yep.
So that's
right.
driving the woman crazy.
Yep. That's right, Doc. That's why a lot of them act like the men that they were with.
Yeah.
When you're in
that's right.
relationships with these women, man, and it's a proven fact, man, that the DNA of other men sticks with a woman, man.
Yep.
That's a scientific fact.
Yep. Because they found they found this woman, I guess she was dead, I don't know, but a scientist did some joint. It was like a 100-year-old semen was still up in her. For like 100 years.
Yep.
That's,
Attached to her brainstem, I think they said. The DNA of all these men. You know? And that's why a lot of women take on the characteristics of the men that they were with before. That's why they say you're supposed to be with one man your whole life.
Yep.
So that you take on his characteristics.
Woo.
Okay? See? So, go ahead, Doc.
Ecclesiastes 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord, man.
Oh.
You see? So when you deal, like I said, when you're dealing with a woman that's been in multiple relationships, but it's kind of hard not to. How you doing? It's kind of hard, you know, to deal with a woman that hasn't been in multiple relationships these days. You see? You know? It's not going to, I mean, at a certain age, you got to stick with who the hell you with. Or you going to go through hell, man. Because a lot of these women, they have the characteristics of all these men that they have slept with. Okay? And that's who you're really dealing with when you're in these relationships. You know? That man's characteristics. And that's why a lot of our women act the fucking way they do. They want to be over you. They want to be the man in the house. It's like, you can't fucking be the man in the house. You know?
That ain't happening.
But their spirits is fucked up because they have those men's characteristics in them.
Woo!
You see?
Yep. Yep.
Go ahead,
Verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
That mind well instructed is a woman that's with a man of the Lord.
Woo-hoo! That's right.
You see? Because now they understand what a real man looks like. They understand what a real man sounds like.
That's right.
You see? You know? They see the characteristics of a real man. You know? Not some fucking body calling themselves a man that ain't doing what they're supposed to do in life. You see? That shit must have tickled somebody's motherfucking toes. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. And her continent mind cannot be valued. As the sun, when it ariseth in the high heavens, so is the beauty of a good wife.
You see? Just like the sun that rises up to the sky, man, to warm the day up, to make the plants grow. You see? To give you your vitamin D for the day. You know what I'm saying? This is what a good woman is, man. It's growth. It's health. You know, insanity. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing insane about having a good woman in your life, man. You know? If you're a man of the Lord. And she understands what you're doing. Giggles. Salakia. You got any more out?
As did you want me to keep reading down?
Where you at right now?
Verse 16.
Nah, stop there. Go to 25 and read 24.
I'm gonna finish out 16.
Yeah, go ahead.
You say go down to 25.
Yeah, read, no, not verse 25. Go to chapter 25 after that. Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 16. As the sun when it ariseth in the high heavens, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house.
That's right. In order, they keep their house in order. My wife's home cleaning right now. You know what I mean? You know? Shit. Go ahead, Art. You got 25? 25, verse 24.
Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 24.
Let's do something else, though.
I'm gonna start at 21.
Yes, sir.
Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintains her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman, Abington?
Abateth.
Water. A wicked woman abateth the courage, making an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that would not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble
How you
knees.
doing?
Verse 24. Of the woman came through the beginning of sin.
Of the woman, we're talking about Eve. Okay? Go ahead. Art.
And through her we all die.
And through her we all die. Because Eve brought sin into the world, what happens? Death.
That's right.
The Most High gave a commandment, don't eat of that tree. Don't deal with that philosophy. Okay, of that other nation that was in the garden. Not no snake eating the apples. Okay, there was another nation of people in the Garden of Eden. Okay?
And the wages of sin is death.
And the wages of sin is death. And they sinned because the Most High gave them a commandment, which was a law at the time, not to eat from the tree. You see? We deal with law, statutes, and commandments. We go against those laws. What is it? Psalms, Proverbs, the book of Proverbs that talks about that only Jacob was given the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Okay? He dealt so with no other nation.
Beautiful.
You see? So you know the Most High was dealing with the children of Israel from the beginning. Because he gave them law, statutes, and commandments. They went against it. She transgressed, brought the shit back to her man, which a lot of you women are doing to this day. You're bringing your philosophies of Esau back into your household. You know? And you can't do that because all you're doing is bringing death to your house. Go ahead, Al.
Verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh.
That's right. If this woman don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments along with you, if she don't want to deal with you as a man of the Lord, then kick her ass to the curb. I'm just as simple as that, man. You know, if she's telling you not to go to camp, if she's telling you you ain't cooking no lamb in her house on the Passover, if she's telling you that you ain't taking her fucking Wonder Bread out of the house during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, kick her ass to the curb. Period. You see? Because we don't got time for that. And these days, these last days, man, we don't got time for no foolishness, man. And you brothers out there with women like that, man, you need to get rid of their asses.
Yep.
You know? I'm telling you. Or they gonna get your ass killed, man. You got any more?
and give her a bill of divorce
Get the hell out.
and let her go.
That's it. Get out.
That's it.
All right, go to verse chapter 42 and start at 9.
Ecclesiasticus 42, verse 9. The father waketh from the daughter, when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, least she pass away the flower of her age.
The flower of her age, which means she gets her period.
Yep.
Okay? That means she becomes a woman. All right? Go ahead,
And being married, like the brother just said, you know, because sex is I think it goes into the word cut,
Cut, yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's when you're basically I can't think of it right now, but that's when you're married. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When you take a woman's virginity, you know, it goes in. Dang, I can't even think. It goes into the word.
Yeah, I can't remember the Hebrew word.
I ain't even gonna even try it.
Nah.
But anyway, when you have sex with a virgin of a woman, when she gets that flower, she becomes a woman, like the brother has said, and you become married, and
Right.
that woman's supposed to be with that man for the rest of her life or y'all life, like the brother has said,
That's right.
and that's it.
And then it's like they have to actually, after they commit the act of sex, they have to bring something out to show that she never had sex, or she has to have that blood on the rag.
Because that blood is that sacrifice, basically.
Exactly.
You know, that's beautiful.
Yep.
And being, man, you need to read that over.
Yes, sir.
Ecclesiasticus 42, verse 9. The father walketh for the daughter when no man knoweth.
That means that we have to keep our daughters
Yeah.
in a certain way of living. Okay, we can't let her go running the streets having much liberty. Basically, like the scripture says. Go ahead, Art.
When no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep.
That's right, because we ain't going to sleep if we think our daughter's out trying to run the fucking streets. Go ahead, Art.
When she is young, least she pass away the flower of her age, and being married.
That's right. When that man comes, and if there's a man that she's scheduled to marry, you know, or if there's a marriage set up with another man's son, that's a neighbor of ours that we know, or somebody that's close, you know, that's when that flower, that virginity comes, and she's ready to be married to somebody else that we approve of, basically. Okay?
Yep.
Go ahead,
Least she should be hated. In her virginity, least she should be defiled and gotten with a child in her father's house. And having a husband, least she should misbehave herself. And when she is married, least she should be barren.
that she should have a child, because it's a shame for a woman to have a husband and not have children. Okay? Go ahead.
I'm going to read down to
13.
verse 11. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies.
Yeah, don't let your daughter run the streets and be no slut, man, because your boys is probably going to be your friends. You know, this day and age, you know, these older men are popping these young girls, man, and they, you know, you might be sitting somewhere with a group of dudes, man, and one of them might be popping your fucking your daughter, man, and them niggas are sitting there laughing at you. You see? Go ahead,
And a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people.
A byword in the city. What I just say. Everybody gonna be calling your daughter a slut. You see? You're gonna be a laughing stock, man. Didn't the scripture say don't be a laughing stock, man? Don't let your daughters go out and run the streets. You know? And you aged women, you should be doing that too. Don't let your daughters, your granddaughters keep running the streets. Because all your friends are going to be laughing at you, talking shit about you. You see? Go ahead,
And a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Behold, not everybody's beauty and sit not in the midst of a woman. For from garments cometh a moth, and from women wickedness.
So you men, you ain't supposed to be hanging around a bunch of goddamn women, man. You know? That's not that you're not supposed to be alone with a married woman. You know what I mean? Now in some situations these days, depending on where you work at, that might be the case. But you know, if you don't sit at lunch with a group of fucking women talking and gossiping and shit. You know? If there ain't no man talking with some sense, then go sit by your goddamn self. You know? Go ahead,
Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach.
Right.
That's it.
Grab 1 Timothy 2. Start at 9 and read to 15.
1 Timothy 2, verse 9. And it reads, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Women shall adore themselves in modest apparel. That means cover yourself up. You know? Stop walking around with your cleavage out. You know what I mean? Showing all your body parts. You know? You women ain't supposed to dress like that, man. Go ahead,
In modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Sobriety.
Sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
Cover your heads up. Stop decking yourself up like a damn Christmas tree. You know? These women walking around with fucking earrings that hanging out of their noses.
Yep.
You know? 10 earrings in their ear. Bamboo earrings.
Right.
At least 2 pair. A Fendi bag and a bad attitude. You know?
Right.
You know, these women, man, get all decked up, man, and go and trick these guys into believing they something that they're not. And then when they don't got that makeup on and that weave in their fucking head and all that jewelry on, man, they just, you know, I would have rather you approach me like that. You know, they come to me with deception. Because that's all that is, man. You see? Go ahead,
Verse 10. But which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection.
Let the woman learn in silence. So if you go to one of these camps, you know, if you want a live feed, like a lot of brothers are having problems with women that are just coming in the truth on a live feed, you know, just come on and say shalom.
Right.
You know? Don't start trying to put up scriptures. Don't start saying, well, I feel this. Because we don't give a damn how you feel. Just shut the fuck up. You know? I hate to have to say it like that, man, but you women, man, you're going to have to understand that this is a time when you're going to have to let these men stand up, and you need to sit the fuck back and just listen, because this is the time that the Most High is going to raise up real goddamn men, and we ain't trying to hear shit. And that's why I said when all hell breaks loose out here, when that 7 women shall take hold of one man thing takes place, we ain't trying to hear that shit. We ain't trying to hear nothing, man. You know? That's like me and my wife were going to the mall, and some white boy, some Edomite, walked between my car and another car, and he's had his hands in his pocket, and he's doing all kind of stuff. And I'm looking at him. My wife's kind of saying to him, said to me, you know, come on, let's go, let's get out the car. I said, hold up, I'm watching this guy. You know? And he said, oh, you need to, oh, yeah. I said, listen, let me do my fucking job. You know what I mean? My job is your security. You know? And I'm not trying to hear all that bullshit. And we can't continue in that way, man. You gotta let your man stand up and be a goddamn man, man. You know? We're not trying to hear all that other stuff, man. You got anything else?
1 Timothy 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, But I suffer not a woman to teach.
I suffer not a woman to teach. You got all these evangelists and pastors, women pastors in the church. They don't read that in the church, though. I guarantee you they don't read these scriptures in the church, man. You know? Because a lot of them ain't even teaching their daughters how to be women. You know? They're still allowing their daughters to twerk and do all kind of other shit on video and put it on YouTube. But then they go to church and try to teach somebody that they're, you know, how they're supposed to live. But you can't teach your own children how to live. That shit don't make no sense. Go ahead,
Nor to usurp authority over the men.
Nor to usurp authority over the men. Not supposed to tell no man what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, good communication in a relationship is awesome. Okay? But you ain't really supposed to tell your woman every goddamn move that you make.
Nah.
You see? You know? It's not necessary. Okay? Go ahead,
But to be silenced. For Adam was the firstborn, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was the transgressor.
Adam was not deceived. But the woman who was first deceived by the serpent, okay, in the garden, you know, she was the transgressor. But she brought death to Adam. All right? That's like our women, you know? They want to come in the house with all these vain-ass opinions and philosophies, and they're bringing death to their house, man. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing.
She shall be saved in childbearing. So when 7 women take hold of that one man, that's the reason why it's going to be, and 7 is a complete number.
Yep.
So the man can have 30 women in his goddamn house. And the reason why they're there is because the Most High is going to save them because they're going to have children for this man. Okay? That's the only reason why they're there. Alright? So get that fucking thought out of your head, women, that the Most High is going to be just saving you because of your righteousness. Okay? That's not the case. He's only dealing with men right now. Now, some of you women are going to get taken up out of here, and it's going to be for childbearing. You're going to have our children. That's it. Okay? Because in the kingdom, you're going to know you're going to keep your goddamn mouth shut. Alright? When I say I'm going to fucking sit down and relax, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. You see?
That's right.
Understand that shit. Go ahead,
It, notwithstanding,
You know what I'm saying,
Hey, man, that's it.
That's real rap.
No.
You know? Women don't understand that. I say I'm going to sit down and relax. You know what I mean? I can't get that these days. But in the kingdom, you're going to understand when I say that shit, that means it. That's what the fuck I mean. Alright? Go ahead,
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, and holiness.
If they continue in faith, charity, and holiness.
With
And that's
sobriety.
and that's so with sobriety. You see? So that's what these women have to do, man.
Yep.
You know? They gotta get close to that man of the Lord. They gotta get close to the Most High, okay, to get that favor, to be saved for childbearing. Okay? Because you're not necessarily going to be one of those 7 or 10 or 15 women in that house because it says 7 women shall take hold of one man, but you may be saved because when the transition takes place, you know, you were saved for the childbearing. You see? You know? Because you were faithful. You know what I mean? Because you fought, because you listened to the men of the Lord on the lives and you kept your mouth shut. You see? You gave charity. You made garments for the brothers. You sent brothers money or what have you. That's what you're going to be saved for. All right? For childbearing because of those things. Go ahead.
That was it.
1 Timothy 5. You start at 11. Hey, how you doing, sis?
1 Timothy 5, verse 11. And it reads, but the younger widow refused, But when they have begun to wax wanting against Hamashiach, they will marry, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. And with those, they learn to be idle, wandering about from the house to house.
That's what these women do, man. They get into all these other fake, these philosophies, all these other faiths, you know, doing things that are damnable, you know what I mean, in the both sides' eyes, and wander from house to house, man. Okay, from philosophy to philosophy, you know. One day they're a Muslim because they were a Muslim guy. One day they go back to the Catholic, the Christian church. Then shit, some of our women are getting into witchcraft these days. You see? Go ahead.
Yeah. A lot of them is into
lot.
that shit right now.
Yeah.
Churches
All right, brother, how you doing?
coming into that shit, witchcraft and shit.
Yeah, a lot of our women are getting into witchcraft, man. You know? They shit. Okay. Go ahead.
And with them, they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers, also and busybodies.
Tattlers and busybodies. And you all know about that shit. You know?
Speaking things which they ought not.
Speaking things which they ought not. Running from house to house. Girl,
Right.
let me tell you.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, Al.
I would therefore that the younger women marry their children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
Don't give any power to the adversary, your enemy. You know? Go ahead.
For some are already turned aside after Satan.
Yeah, that's like we just said, man. A lot of our women are going into that witchcraft, man. You know? And that right there, man, that's, you know, I suffered, the scriptures say, I suffer not a wish to live.
Woo! That's it.
You see? So a lot of our women are going to get put to death for these things, man. You know? Trying to cast spells on brothers to make them fucking fall in love with them or whatever. Trying to get money through casting spells. You women are you're gonna get jacked up, man, doing that shit. You know? I met this brother a long time ago, and he gave me, this is the first time I started reading books by John Todd. This was back in the early 90s. And this brother was telling me that one of his family members had gotten their hands on a Necronomicon, okay? Which is bound in human skin and written in blood. And all I'm gonna tell you is, the man said that his brother, he said he never opened the book, which I don't believe, but he said that man started having so many health problems, you know what I'm saying, that you couldn't shake a stick at it. So these things that these women are doing, dealing with these, with Satan, man, you know, they're gonna get jacked up. A lot of them are gonna get jacked up, man.
When I met my woman, she had like this feather like necklace. I guess she got it from, I want to say Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember asking her, what the hell is that? She's like, it's a dream catcher.
Yeah.
She always has like bad dreams.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like I think, like I'm not into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put my faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, man, you gotta get rid of that, right?
Yeah, that's
You
a
know
Native
what I'm saying?
American Indian thing, but
Yeah.
I don't deal with it either.
But she wasn't having dreams. Like this shit is real. You
Uh,
know what I mean? Now, like I said, I don't know if it was on a positive note or if it was spiritual. Or
Right.
You know, on the North side. But she wasn't having dreams. Until I got rid of that job, now she had dreams.
Bugging.
You know?
Oh, shit. Yeah?
That shit's
Hey.
real, man. Witchcraft and all
Yeah,
that
that
shit.
witchcraft,
you know,
bro.
that shit is really real.
Yeah.
You know?
Dang. Go ahead. Shit.
1 Timothy 5:16. If any man or woman that believe have widows, let them relieve them, and let not the church be charged, that it may relieve them that are widows indeed.
Get Titus 2 and start at 1.
Titus 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine,
Speak the things that become sound doctrine,
that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith and charity and patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness,
the aged women be in behavior becoming of holiness. Go ahead.
not false accuser, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
You older women are supposed to teach these young ladies the right way to go.
Right,
Okay?
right.
You ain't supposed to be at the bar getting all drunk up. You know, you ain't supposed to be out here fucking gossiping. You know, you're supposed to be learning how to live right, and then you can teach these younger women how to live right.
That's
You ain't supposed to be out twerking them on fucking YouTube. Okay? And that's what a lot of these women do. Our older women are out of their damn mind. Go ahead,
Verse 4. They that may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husband, to love their children,
That's what you're supposed to be teaching these younger women, man. Go ahead.
to be discreet, chaste,
Yep.
keepers at home. That's it right there. Good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
obedient to their own husband.
Obedient to their own husband. Just look, my wife's at home cleaning. She don't argue with me about a damn thing. You know, when we have conversations. You know, we get into our little spat.
Of course.
You know,